Hey yogis, welcome to our new video. Today you're gonna find out the 10 most advanced yoga poses.
Hey, yoga is not a competition.
I know, but we're just having some fun here.
Relax.
And I'm sure you're curious to find out which one is number one. You can't skip to the last one, you have to watch the video first. If you can do all these poses, if you can just dream about doing it, if you have no dreams and no desire to do it, but you're just curious to see other people doing it, interesting. I'm like that probably. This video is for you. I have to add a disclaimer is don't try this at home. This is not an instructional video. This is not an instructional video. This is not an instructional video. Do I have to repeat it more times? You might ask also, how did we make this list? We have our good sources. So first of all, I asked all my super bandy and flexible and experienced advanced yoga friends all around the world. And then also I used as a resource a book that was written back in the 60s by BKS Iyengar, that's Light on Yoga. BKS Iyengar rated the poses in order of difficulty. Okay, enough talking, and I think you want to jump to the poses. Let's start from number 10. Eka Hasta Mayurasana, the one-arm peacock pose. You probably know Mayurasana, the peacock pose. It's quite an intermediate advanced pose, but according to Hatha Yoga and the Indian tradition, it's not considered an advanced pose at all. It's considered actually a therapeutic pose. It's prescribed for problems related to digestion. There's a version of this pose though, that is Eka Hasta Mayurasana, that basically involves balancing just one elbow. And it's a little bit more tricky. First time that I saw doing it was by my friend Simon Borg-Olivier, but then it became more and more popular, and many people into the body weight and calisthenics scene are practicing this pose. Let's move to number 9, Dvipada Yoga Dandasana, 2 feet staff pose. And here things become interesting. Also, this pose is a variation of another posture. So the regular, let's say regular pose is Ekapada Yoga Dandasana. It comes in for serious ashtanga yoga. It's an external hip opening. Translated in English is the staff pose. The name is inspired by the yoga danda, the carved wooden staff that yogis in the past used to put under the armpit during certain meditations. Here you don't use any props, you use your own foot. You need open hips for this, for sure. I saw this yoga teacher, Yani Yatinen Gokula Chandra, do a double feet version of the pose. Let's jump to number 8, Omkarasana, the Om posture. Well, looking peaceful and Shanti and Om in this pose is quite a thing. Let's watch it, how it's done from Kino McGregor herself. But hear this, I saw that in India doing Omkarasana competitions, when people have to hold the pose for the longest time possible, and sometimes even with a glass of water on their head. Yeah, because having a leg behind the head was not enough. Number 7, Viparita chakrasana. It's also called TikToks. TikTok? We're not talking about the social media, we're talking about a dynamic movement where the yogi progresses from forward fold to handstand to the wheel pose and then back, and the back part is most difficult. Number 6 is sayanasana, the elbow stand. Yes, elbows. There's the forearm stand, pincha mayurasana. But here we talk about balancing on the elbows. Believe me, some people can do it. Number 5 is Mula Bandhasana and Khandasana. It's a dead hit, why not? Mula Bandhasana might be the oldest yoga posture ever documented. This ancient Shiva, that actually is not even Shiva, is Pashupati, the older version of Shiva, is performing Mula Bandhasana. It's just mind-blowing to see people able to perform this, for how much devotion and dedication it requires to be able to work towards a pose like that. It's really humbling. And if this is not enough, there is Khandasana. Imagine that these are postures that in the past ancient yogis were holding for hours during meditation. They were superhumans. Number 4, Niralamba Shirshasana, the unsupported headstand. The headstand is called in many yoga traditions the queen of asanas. But here it's not a regular headstand. Well, it's not levitating, but almost. The first time that I went to New York at Dharma Mitra's Shala, I saw actually Dharma Mitra teaching and practicing, and yes, it really does it. And it's not the only one. The unsupported headstand is definitely a yogic superpower that with practice and devotion people can achieve. It's possible, it's out there. Number 4 is Gandha the terrible face pose. I can do this one, look at that! I was joking, but I can definitely give you a terrible face. So actually the real translation from the Sanskrit might refer to this two-headed bird present in Indian mythology. That is called Gandha. Whatever, this pose is frightening, even for advanced yogis. This is definitely one of the most intense movements, but it's not the only one. We're only at number 3. So what's number 2? Number 2 is the dead heat again. Why a dead heat? Yes, because I was thinking, advanced yoga poses basically implies 2 things. One is strength and the other is flexibility. Some people are just genetically or naturally more flexible, some people are naturally stronger. So that's why we place the number 2 poses. Number 2, Eka Asta No, wait, it's too complicated. Wait, I have to read through this one. Eka Asta Adho Mukha Vrshikasana. That is the one-arm handstand. And also Tiryang Mukottanasana. That is commonly known as catching. If someone is an ashtangi, might argue, oh, that's not that advanced, it's what we do at the end of every practice. And yes, in Mysore, there's an obsession with catching. Everybody has to catch. At this point, you might wonder which posture is number 1. And number 1 is sitting still. According to all the yoga tradition, every yoga posture, every asana was made to prepare the yogi mentally and physically, to stop the fluctuations of the mind, to stop the unnecessary thoughts, and to be quiet and peaceful in their mind. And going inwards would mean seeing things you might not like, you might want to escape, and staying there with no judgments, no thoughts, balanced, accepting whatever it comes. Because only when you go inwards, you access to the part of yourself that doesn't change, is not attached by anything. That's the purpose of all these crazy postures. And that's the purpose of yoga. Yeah, that's all. Namaste.